So Routine has been in development for 13 years. I believe it is the game that Alien Isolation is based off of, which is a crazy thing to say.
This game that was in development before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Routine takes place in space on the moon, on a lunar
colony
base. And it is the furthest expression of cassette futurism I have ever seen. If you're familiar with that aesthetic, cassette futurism is easiest explained to people who don't know. It is explained by what the people in the 80s who were doing the sets for Alien thought the future were going to look like. So floppy disks, VHS tapes, CRT, bulky plastic padding, etc.
What came after Jetsons futurism, basically?
Yeah. I would say this is the furthest into cassette futurism I've ever seen. I would go so far as to almost call it CRT punk. It is like obsessed. Like there's so many VHS tapes everywhere. It is a spooky horror game on the moon, in which you wake up and you're alone in a empty space station or moon base, and you quickly discover that the robots that run the station are attempting to separate your head from your shoulders. And this is the type of game where it's not about concept; it's about execution. All the little pieces fit together to make something larger than the greater whole. So the first thing that you get is your gun, but it's not a gun, it's a maintenance tool. And so when I say that, people's brains go to Dead Space and they think of Isaac Clarke's fucking plasma cutter as a, engineering tool to cut things apart. No, this is actually a maintenance tool. The only thing this can do is zap a little bit of electricity to like trip a fuse box. Like that's it. Like that's it, it shoots a little zap and it'll open a door maybe if you hit the fuse box. It has a CRT monitor on the back of the gun that has a refresh rate of half a frame a second. So as you aim it and move it around, it struggles to keep up with what you're pointing at and will like have vertical sync issues. And it's a piece of shit CRT monitor on the back of this thing. But also it works as your Wi-Fi terminal. So you can aim this and shoot it to do your little zap, or you can hit a triangle or Y or whatever it is on the keyboard to pull open the side of your device and switch it to Wi-Fi pairing mode.
Okay.
Which will link up to like local projectors and give you a computer screen on the projector, not on your device, on the projector, which you use a mouse and keyboard to interact with. Or you can flip out a piece and put in like a viewfinder in it to read things that you wouldn't otherwise be able to read. But when you do that, it turns off the spark shot ability. So if you want to turn it back on, you have to open it up, move the mouse, flip up the module, and then lock it back into electricity mode.
And you're doing all of this in a spooky environment.
With no time, no pause, So it's and on top of that, if you get too close to certain types of machinery, your CRT monitor on the back of your gun will start to freak out, and you have to degauss it. You have to move your mouse to a button and hit the degauss button, and hear that friendly old dong as it degauss.
I'm watching the trailer, and when I see you saying what Alien Isolation is based on, I fucking feel it, because obviously the level, because like Alien World tech is doing the same thing with a lot of this type of CRT screens and like horrible frame rate and old ancient technology. But also this is like 99% vibes. Like
you don't have an inventory.
Yeah, gameplay is really just first person walking around in a really, really well designed environment and setting, and it's delivering that. That's cool. Okay, interesting.
So your little zapper has 3 shots before needing a new battery. You can't keep extra batteries on you, and there are batteries everywhere. So they really don't want you to be stressing about inventory. They don't want you to be stressing about these things. It's literally just exist, and when you need it, pick it up, deal with it. The enemies are the other part of like dealing with like the I don't know the total completeness of it, in that the enemies are 8 foot tall humanoid robots that make an extraordinarily loud stomping noise as they walk around. So
Naturally.
everywhere in your vicinity, you will hear stomp, stomp,
Mhm.
stomp, stomp, and the audio has excellent positional tracking. Like you can tell, like pretty much exactly where they are. They have a little battery on their chest that if you shoot and zap, they will turn off. You cannot harm them. You can only turn them off for 15 to 20 seconds.
Yeah.
The other thing is that you have no way to physically defend yourself if they catch you, and they will run their routes and they will examine things that make a noise. But they are also, and this is really important, dumb as shit. If you hide under a table and it didn't see you go under the table, you're fucking safe. Go around a corner and it didn't see you go around the corner and it's outside of its path, you're fucking safe.
Okay.
If you block the view, well, you know, sometimes when they're looking for you, they'll do that like red line, like cone thing. If you're not in it, you're safe. It's not a problem.
They're not xenomorphs.
No, but what they are is ever present. You can't kill them. You hear them constantly. They're usually in your way. And it makes this really, really excellent thing where you'll see one, you'll duck around a corner and you'll, you know, hit the button to lean and peek out. And wait for them to turn off. The other thing that really, really like makes it work is that they don't even have a vision cone. They have a vision line. Like they have like a direct line. There's no cone. It's crazy how blind they are. So you feel like you can get around them, other than the fact that they're everywhere and they're a problem. You can't hurt them. They also will finish their patrols and turn off. So they will do their route and then find a spot in like a hallway and then just depower and go rigid. And I have no idea what causes them to stay like that or for how long.
Yeah.
So you end up having to like crawl through doorways around them, and I have no idea what turns them on or not. I think it's time. I think they're turned off for like a certain amount of time, but unless you saw them turn off, you have no idea how long they've been doing that for.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
And it just makes this really, really, really excellent mix between what I would call panic horror, which is amnesia, where you can't defend yourself at all, and survival horror, in which you can eliminate enemies, right? You can defend yourself, but you also can't actually harm enemies.
It's so interesting how this is all just, again, it's not concept, it's just execution, as you said. Like, it's just really well done, scary.
They move at the right speed. You can outrun them, but your movement speed when you're not sprinting is really slow. It's all these little details. One of the first things that really stands out is that the game's first tutorial puzzle is teaching you that not only can you lean, not only can you crouch, you can crouch and then stick your head like on the floor to look under like deep furniture.
Wow.
And you can stand up on your tiptoes.
Nice. Okay. Wow.
Like being able to see something while they can't see you is like a huge part of the gameplay. It's excellent. Also, it is great.
This feels like this environment feels like you're running around in a Nostromo. Like,
absolutely. 100%.
That is very clear.
Very good game. Super cool.